Good morning, everybody, and welcome to David Christopher's. I'm Jen.
I'm David.
And we are here today to visit with you all. And David gets a lot of questions. We taught a class recently in wreath making, and he always gets questions about things that are mistakes, or how can I do this better, how can I do that better, and we just thought it would be fun to do a little session today on, is it top maybe 3 mistakes that you see in vase arranging. So
yeah. Top 3 mistakes that you make when you're using artificial florals and putting them in a vase or a container of some kind.
Okay, so that sounds exciting. Are you going to do anything else, or is it just going to be this?
I have no idea. We just talked about this. I don't know.
I don't know what the red, white, and blue stuff is for.
I already told you I planned on doing that for YouTube because this was going to be like 30-second clips.
Oh, this is YouTube. We're filming YouTube right now.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
So what do we do? What are we doing?
I don't know. You literally said you were not going to be in this, and you were just going to...
I meant the real...
And then Here are the 3 most common mistakes when using faux florals in a vase or a container. When things come out of the package, usually they're going to be very straight, very flat. And a lot of these things are really meant to be separated out so that you see the full effect of all the blooms instead of you get the same visual effect out of 5 that you would get from 1. With your stems all shaped out, they have a lot more visual appeal, but the other thing that I see that a lot of people do is they leave all of their stems at the same length. And even if I cut these to fit the vase a little bit better, if I cut them all exactly the same length, they're still not going to look perfect. We really want to make sure that some of these are going to be taller and some of these are going to be shorter.
Well, and you really don't want it to look perfect, do you?
Well, we want it to look natural.
Natural, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I should have said natural, I guess. But the third thing that I see that a lot of people do is they don't look at foliage as value added. This is a great addition that makes things look more natural as long as you've got a great piece that is not plasticky, even though this is made of plastic. This is actually like spray painted, not spray painted like spray paint, but airbrushed. That's the correct term, because this is airbrushed foliage. So this is a value add, not something that you need to look at as detracting, especially with something very light and airy like this. We're going to look at this as something that's going to be a great addition to our container and add to natural.
So what is that?
Sprengeri.
That's what I thought, the Sprengeri. You used it. You've used it.
We've used it, yeah.
This season.
It's got a great natural look to it. Just a little bit of, green really makes that look a lot more natural. Shape every single stem, add that curve so everything's not straight. Make sure you cut things at varying heights and add some foliage, some greenery, because that will make it look much more natural. If you do these 3 things, you will be 3 steps ahead of most beginners in floral design. Now we're going to put our 3 tips into practice with something a little bit more advanced. When we've got a container, a vase such as this, one easy thing to do to make sure everything really stays where you want it to is you can always add some stems into it, and once you get natural cross section going of some stems, it really helps hold everything into place. But we're actually going to start with using one of our rose bushes. This is an 18 stem wedding rose bush. It just looks like some of the roses we use for weddings. That's why we called it that. But we are going to shape every single stem. And this is not something that we would ordinarily do in a vase, because this is something that we would consider like a bush that's not as high of a quality. But we're going to remember that you can use some less expensive things as long as you use them correctly. Like we're going to slide all of these little leaves and some of this foliage up so that you see that. We don't want to see anything from here down. We want to make sure all the pieces that we actually want to see are really up higher, and that the other parts, the green plastic pieces, those are not things that we want to see. We're going to just place this in the vase. We're going to use this frame to allow us to actually place some of the pieces, and it's almost going to work as like a floral frog, where we would use this instead of like styrofoam or something of that nature to allow us to put things in their place. And great way to do that with like the hydrangeas is we're going to go in between some of the stems for the roses. And as we do that, the hydrangea is really going to hide most of that green stem that we don't want to see. And keep in mind, we are going to cut some of these at different heights because we don't want everything to be exactly the same as far as height, because that's not naturally how things are going to grow. We are going to have somewhat of a rounded shape here, but we're still going to cut things at a little bit of different height so that it appears more natural.
And these colors are looking perfect for the upcoming Memorial Day and 4th of July.
We are getting close to that season, so I'm experimenting a little bit with our roses and the hydrangeas. I love this blue shade for the hydrangeas. We are running out of red.
Red or blue?
In just about everything, red.
Oh, okay.
We have had so many people requesting red things for 4th of July. We are running really low on them, but we're going to use our rose, and like I said, that's really going to hold everything in place. This rose bush, I just don't want to see a lot of that bush frame on it, and really with all the other stems that we're adding into it, you don't see that much of it. So I wouldn't be worried about using something like this, and it's really going to be less expensive to use this rose bush than it would be to use a rose stem that's, you know, really beautiful, but it's going to be a lot of more expense if we were to try to use 18 of these as opposed to this one bush like this. So we're really trying to make sure that we're adding a lot of value in this. And then we're going to use this budding wisteria as it's just kind of a vining texture. It's got a little moss on it. It's got a little green. And we're really going to make sure that we bend all these out, because we're recapping kind of what we just did, which is you're going to get this. And this is not what we want that to look like. This is going to look awful if we just drop this down in here. Like, that's not what anybody wants to see. So we're going to take this into a better shape, because we're going to bend everything out. We're going to shape everything where it's got a lot more life. It's really looking like it's really spreading out and trying to grow. Even if we separate all the branches, but all of these little floral pieces, because they're all so individually wired, if they all point straight up, that's just not the natural look that we really want. We want to make sure and bend all of these things out at different angles, let some of them go out, let some of them kind of shape in. It just really gives it a lot better life because it looks a lot more natural. So just remember to spread everything out really, really well and give everything a lot of life. So even the stem itself, we're going to bend those. We're going to give those some character. We're going to separate all of these little individual pieces, because you know, we're paying for all of it, not just one, you know, big stalk there. We want to be able to see as much of it as possible. We're going to cut some of the stem because we want some of the shorter pieces on the side. But see how well this the rose bush is actually holding everything into place? It is doing its job and making it much easier for us to place everything into the vase. And we spread all of the roses out, and then we put the hydrangeas in independently, so we kind of kept them spread out as well.
It's pretty. Is that supposed to be like the fireworks?
Yeah, these are that's what it makes me think of, is the fireworks. You need something big and vibrant,
Explosive.
splashy. Yeah.
Can I tell everybody that you have been working diligently on 4th of July designs for next year? Aren't those for next year?
You can, yeah. Don't tell them they're for this year.
No, they're for next year, but I have seen some of his drawings and creations, and they're very fun, very exciting. I'm excited. And I have not heard any updates, though, on my Valentine's submissions.
Yeah, I don't have those. They haven't sent me the samples of those quite yet. I don't know how they choose what they're going to make first. Probably what they feel more comfortable with they're going to make, and then they're going to go, we'll try this.
You're saying I sent them some strange things?
No, I'm saying it's just they're just going to, you know, and I may need to go back and formalize some of those things just so they don't have as many questions. Just haven't had a ton of time. It's been a pretty crazy spring so far, which is great.
Yeah, this has been an out of the ordinary spring for us, which we are not complaining about. It's been
it's been good.
It's been good. It's just been, usually we're like, oh, spring is slower, and
usually we have a little more time.
Yeah.
So we've added those. And then we're also going to add just a little bit of our Sprengeri stem because, again, we're going back to that same lesson we were learning earlier, which is these will add value to our piece here. They're going to make it look a little more natural once we get some of that tucked in. You don't make it all just about the blooms, because if we were doing this, you know, most florists, if they were doing this in fresh flowers, it's going to typically start with something like a Sprengeri, because they would use the Sprengeri as the structure to hold everything else in place. Much like we used the rose bush, where they would use tree fern or Sprengeri, or, you know, one of those kind of things. So we're just adding a little bit of this just to make it a little more natural. Let some of it hang out the bottom.
Yeah, the Sprengeri looks very realistic to what you see in fresh flowers, for sure.
It's a very, very good version, and not an expensive version of Sprengeri either. The color looks good. It's not shiny, even though it's plastic.
Today's video was a little short and sweet, but hopefully you all learned some things. We're so thankful that you're here for us. Remember that you can find all of these items on shopdavidchristopher's.com. I'm going to link a collection so that you can find this in a kit if you'd like to make this just like it is. We'll put that together in a kit for you, as well as the Forsythia and the Sprengeri that you did first. We can make a kit out of that as well. And David is telling me that when I go into the computadora, he wants me to discount all of these items.
Yeah, all the florals. We're starting to get container bookings for fall and Christmas.
Yes.
So this is early May, and they are trying to put all of our fall and Christmas things on the water to come here for all new.
Yes.
So I do have to make a little room in the warehouse because it is pretty full. The guys in the warehouse are like, where are we going to put that?
So everything you've seen in today's video is going to be discounted pretty heavily. So you want to check that out. But then also through the month of May, we have 30% off of all of our memorial flowers. And a lot of those flowers, even though they're considered memorial, that only means that we have gotten them more, I guess they're more outdoor ready, like as far as...
Yeah, most of them would be considered color fast, and a lot of them are going to be on the less expensive side. I think the wedding rose is actually in that collection, but at the same time, we actually bought those more for weddings because we have a lot of people that need mass when they're working on things for weddings, bouquets, different things like that.
Yeah.
So it's less expensive to buy them in that fashion, but they are actually really good quality.
Yes. So don't let the words memorial flowers scare you or fool you. Take a look at what is there. We have some fantastic pieces at great prices, and some of them are like $2 once you take the 30% off. So,
well, and these things, the roses, the hydrangeas, and the budding wisteria all come in multiple colors.
Ooh.
So those are all going to be on sale.
All the colors.
Great time to stock up for any floral needs that you have.
Yes. So we'll see you next time. Bye.